Today, Karen Jordan is driving a Northern Line train for the first time in 3 months. She'll have to travel through South Wimbledon Station, where someone tried to kill themselves under her train. The first part of Karen's journey is overground, but it's in the tunnels that she could begin to relive events.
It felt like it wasn't happening, but it was such a shock and it was so quick that my first reaction was I just screamed. He didn't actually go under the train. I hit him back onto the platform at South Wimbledon. Whatever their problems are, they've involved you, and they've directly involved you. You know, you don't know who the person is, you've never seen them in your life, and then all of a sudden you become part of their problems.
When somebody jumps under a train in order to commit suicide, that's what they think they're doing, and they are jumping under a train. But what they don't take into account is that somebody's actually driving that train and can see them and feel the bump as they go over them. And they don't realise the after effects of the people that have to deal with it.
Didn't have any problems, did you?
No. No, so far so good.
Good, yeah. Everything went all right. It's like riding a bike, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit hairy down where I had the incident, but Kevin drove through there. So, all right. Please, that bit's over.
Karen's first day back is over, but by the end of this week, Karen's boss will want to know if she's ready to come back full-time. At London Bridge, they might take over £12 million in revenue a year, but Darren Smith and the other ticket inspectors are still trying to stem the tide of fare evasion.
We're just fishing at the moment, waiting for a catch. You can sit there for 3 hours and not catch a thing, and then all of a sudden you're just getting bite after bite after bite after bite.
I'll come over there to you. Would that police officer like to stay with him? Cheers. Right, we've got a bloke who's doubled up on the gate line on the other side of the station. Unfortunately for him, he's doubled up behind a police officer. So I'm now going to go over there and take some details off of him. Borough High Street, we've got somebody that's doubled up behind a police officer over there. Do you want to deal?
Police officer?
Yeah, he's doubled up behind a cop and the cop was with him over there now.
Borough High Street.
Doubling up, as it's known, involves pushing in behind a fare-paying passenger as they pass through the ticket barrier.
Okay. How old are you, mate?
17.
17. What's your date of birth?
1923. You asked my date of birth, right?
Yep.
And I said,
At the moment, he can't make up his mind whether he's 16 or 17 and what year is his date of birth. But as he hasn't actually made a journey yet, although he didn't intend to pay for a journey, and he intended to make that journey, because of his age, I think he's just going to give him a lecture and send him on his way.
Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, right? All right, on this occasion, I'm going to let you out, okay? And then you're going to have to find your own way to Seven Sisters. But you're not using the underground today, mate. Okay, you're going to have to get a bus, walk, jog, run, whatever. All right, guys.
He's been lucky. He could have been fined up to £1,000.
What we're going to do now is we're going to show you exactly how a punter will double through, okay? And what I'll do is I'll pretend I've got a ticket, because this is what they generally do, have a ticket that doesn't exist. Go for it then.
Hey, come back here! You must have heard that. Didn't frighten you, did I, mate?
No. The fact that he hasn't got a pot on him means that wherever he's going, Seven Sisters, which is about 12 miles from here, that geezer's got a long walk and he should be home by tea time.
It's been a difficult few days for Karen, getting used to driving a train again.
Karen initially felt okay. When she was with Kevin, the first 2 days, she didn't seem to have any problems. And following that, we then put her out on a train on her own, and she still seemed okay. It wasn't until she'd done, I think it was the third day on her own, when she did a full duty, that's when I think it hit her. She's telling us that she doesn't feel that at this moment in time she's in the right frame of mind to be a train operator.
The Wednesday wasn't too bad because I was just doing runs up to Edgware, which is all in the open, so that wasn't too bad. The Thursday I was in the tunnel a bit more, and I started to feel a bit panicky then. The Friday we were doing the full line on my own and going back through South Wimbledon, which is where the incident was. It just totally threw me.
Every station she came into, she was apprehensive that the people on the platform were going to throw themselves in front of her train.
I think what really worried me the most was, especially like last week, was I just thought, what if I had another one? And everybody I looked at near the edge of the platform, I thought, oh, don't tell me they're going to do something as well. And I just could not get it out of my mind.
So you're coming off the train, sir?
I'm coming off to be a part-time station assistant for a year. Part-time. Just 20 or 25 hours a week. So it's just, I wasn't confident driving.
Yeah.
And I just think I need a bit of time away from the trains, just to get my confidence back in.
But it is hard.
It's hard, so. It's a big difference in wages going down to part-time station assistant, so it's not a decision you take lightly. The actions of one person on that day has totally turned my world upside down.
So, how are you feeling at the moment, mate?
Like a weight's been lifted. No.
Light at the end of the tunnel, yeah?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
The only real healer is time, and in this business we haven't got the time, unfortunately.
I just thought maybe for me, I think just a year away from the trains will be, you know, what I need to get my confidence back.
Next time, there's chaos on the trains.
Well, it looks like rush hour on the Northern Line's been cancelled.
And an expert gets called out to Earl's Court to fix a broken train.
That's why don't you fix most things, just hit it.
Over on Sky Travel tonight at 7:30, a zebra can't stand without help from the zoo vet at large. And at 10, a fiver a day means a lot of walking for Leon in the amazing adventures of a nobody.